Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and I've been owning Porsches for over 20 years, and you have to kind of be an idiot to lose money on a Porsche, or you just buy the wrong one because the Porsche community isn't like the other car communities. Other car communities argue about horsepower and insurance. Ugh! Porsche people argue about option codes, seat stitching, and whether the factory radio is period correct, like we're restoring the Declaration of Independence. So today, I'm giving you the 10 plus Porsches of all different flavors that are primed to go up in value if you don't pick the ones that are basically financial self-harm. And of course, I've linked to all these ideal deals via AutoTempest in the pinned first comment down below. Also, we launched our giveaway so you can win a dream car plus cash. Go to winthisIdealCar.com. I'll link to it down below as well. I'm Brad. This is Ideal, and we're starting off with a car that is so popular. It's essentially a Toyota Camry in a designer jacket. It's the Macan. And before you go, Brad, that's not a real Porsche. Relax. Porsche literally prints money with these things. The Macan is the gateway drug. It's the Porsche that turns normal people into, well, actually people. And if you want the Macan that holds value the best without paying new Porsche money, it's the 2017 to 2019 Macan S. It's the sweet spot where the spec is right, the power is right, and the depreciation curve stops trying to punch you in the mouth every morning. It's quick. It's planted, it drives smaller than it looks, and it's the rare SUV that doesn't feel like you're piloting a refrigerator down the road. And if you've got a family, it's the Porsche that lets you still feel like a person. Instead of a minivan captain named Greg, cheapest one I could find fast, just under 20 grand for a Macan S. That's insane for what you're getting. Now, second most popular model line, Cayenne. And this is where Porsche people get dangerous because they'll say it's just an SUV while casually towing a boat and then embarrassing a Mustang on an on-ramp. I'm giving you two Cayennes because the Cayenne market is basically two different cults. Cayenne number one, the 958 Cayenne GTS. This is the one that makes you forget you're driving something that can carry groceries. Naturally aspirated V8, the kind of engine that feels alive, no turbos, no lag, just instant response and a sound that makes your neighbor's Tesla feel emotionally complicated. It's also one of those sleeper future classic specs because it's a big V8 Porsche that isn't going to exist forever. And when something stops existing, collectors start acting like it's a rare Pokemon card. Cheapest price anchor I found, under 19 grand for a 958 Cayenne GTS listing. Cayenne number two is the weird one, the one that Porsche should not have built, but did. And now it's becoming a cult object. The Cayenne 6-speed manual. Yes, a manual Cayenne. Porsche really looked at an SUV and said, what if we made it for psychos? This is the kind of car that doesn't need to be fast to be valuable because the value is the story. It's rare, it's odd, and it makes Porsche nerds lean in like they're about to hear gossip. Cheapest real-world anchor I've got, a Cayenne 6-speed sold for around 19 grand. All right, now we hit the heart of the Porsche solar system. The 911, and you already know this, but the 911 market doesn't move like normal cars. It moves like art, it moves like watches, it moves like my buddy has a guy. So here are the modern-ish 911s that are still in the value zone before they become the I should have bought one 5 years ago. Let's start with the underdog that's getting its glow up, the car everyone used to roast, the one with the headlights people called fried eggs, the 996.1 Carrera. And I'll say it again, you people bullied the wrong car because under the jokes, it's light, it's responsive, it's simple, and it feels like a real sports car. Yeah, it's not a tech product on wheels. And the Holy Grail version, manual, coupe, and if you can find it with option code 220, the limited slip diff set, that's the spicy one. That's the Baby GT 3DNA spec because it's the spec that drivers want, not just collectors. Cheapest example I found sitting for sale, a 996.1 Carrera. Listed at $22,900. Now, if you want all-wheel drive and the wide body look that makes everyone assume you're doing well in life, even if you're eating ramen, then you go 996 Carrera 4S. This is the poor man's turbo, except the only poor thing is your ability to stop browsing listings at 2 a.m. The 4S has the stance, the hips, the presence. It's a car that looks expensive in photos no matter what angle you shoot it from. And because of that, demand stays strong. Price anchor, the cheapest sale data point on the board can get low if you count projects, but clean ones live way higher. I'm still putting it on the list because the desirability is real and the good ones get harder to find every year, okay? Now the one I personally love because it's the perfect blend of modern enough and still feels like a Porsche, the 997.1 base Carrera. And yeah, you said it, target the later years in that run because Porsche made changes that reduce your odds of certain nightmare scenarios. And the bigger point is this: the 997 is the last era where you still get that connected hydraulic steering feel without the car feeling ancient. It's the bridge, it's the sweet spot, it's the version of the 911 where you feel like the front tires are talking to you instead of sending you an email. And if you want proof this is a real market, not just vibes, even the lowest recorded sales exist as outliers, but the average price is hovering around 40 grand, which tells you demand stays healthy.
Hey guys, real quick, one entry. Yes, one entry is what changed Rocky's life forever.
I'm beyond emotional. It's insane.
GTR plus cash, flown out for the weekend, and his car delivered home to him in New York. Just imagine future you looking back and thinking, damn, I almost didn't enter. Don't be that guy. Hit the pin first comment down below and get entered to win your dream car plus cash while you still can. Now, back to the show.
Now we need to talk about the 911 that is still somehow a bargain compared to what you get, the 996 Turbo. Because this thing is a hammer. It's absurdly capable. It has that legendary turbo feel where it just compresses the horizon. And the best part is collectors are finally giving it respect because it's one of the last truly analog feeling supercar killers. Cheapest anchor? There are low sale data points, but even the manual coupe market's lowest recorded sale is still 35 grand, which is stupid for the performance you're getting. Okay, now I'm gonna hit you with a take that always makes the comments explode. Some of the best Porsche don't lose money plays aren't 911s. They're mid-engine. Let's talk Cayman, specifically the 987.2 Cayman. This is the one Porsche people whisper about like it's a secret menu item. Mid-engine balance, sharp turn-in, the kind of car that makes you feel like you suddenly know what you're doing. And the 987.2 is the sweet spot because it's a later evolution of the platform that people trust more. It's the I want Porsche feel without paying 911 tax car. Cheapest one I could find right now, about 25 grand on the board. Now, same idea, but you want sun and fun, you want the wind, you want the flat six singing directly into your spine, the 987.2 Boxster. People used to treat Boxsters like the other Porsche, not anymore, because now enthusiasts care about driving feel again, not just clout, and the Boxster is the playful one. It's the one you drive on a random Tuesday and somehow end up taking the long way home like you're in a coming-of-age movie. Cheapest price anchor I found, a 987.2 Boxster, last asking in the mid-16s. All right, now we have to talk about the Porsche sedan that secretly rules. The one that looks like a business meeting but behaves like a bar fight. The Panamera GTS, the 970.2, naturally aspirated V8, the kind of power delivery that doesn't need a turbo to feel special. And because it's a Porsche, it does the impossible thing. It shrinks around you when you drive it. It's the I want to go fast, carry people, and still feel something choice. Cheapest anchor I found, a Panamera GTS sale at about 25 and a half. Now, we have to address the electric elephant in the room, the Taycan. Look, I love how they drive. They're fast, they're composed, they feel expensive, but the EV market depreciates like it's allergic to stability. New tech moves fast, battery fear is real, and buyers get spooked the second a refresh happens. That doesn't mean the Taycan's a bad car. It means it's not the cleanest don't lose money play unless you buy it used at the right point on the curve. If you want the least risky Taycan play, you shop the cheaper trims, you buy after the big hit, and you enjoy the fact that it drives like a spaceship. And if you're wondering whether this is just me being dramatic, studies have flagged the Taycan as one of the hardest depreciators over a 5-year window. Okay, now it's honorable mention time. This is where we stop talking about good value and start talking about these are basically Porsche blue chip stocks. GT cars. You might not make a fortune flipping them, but you're also not going to get smoked. First, the 997 GT3. Mezger Motor Mythology. Real motorsport lineage, a car Porsche does not build anymore in spirit. Manual, high revs, rear drive, and the demand is basically permanent because it's a modern classic that still feels analog. Next, the 981 Cayman GT4. Porsche took the Cayman, turned it into a weapon, and basically created the car everyone wishes still existed in the same form. The recipe is so good it makes people argue on the internet like it's their job. And then, my personal, if I ever find the right one, I'm gonna do something irresponsible car. The 991.2 GT3 Touring. Wingless, stealth, all the magic without screaming about it. It's the kind of car that only Porsche people recognize, which somehow makes it cooler. Cheapest recorded sale anchor for a GT3 Touring, 167 and change. Now, the sleeper modern 911 that I think gets overlooked way too often, the 991 1.2 Carrera T, because this is Porsche doing the less is more thing. Shorter gearing, lighter feel, driver-focused spec. It's the kind of 911 that makes you feel like a hero at legal speeds. And if you're the kind of person who loves collectability, limited numbers, enthusiast spec, and a vibe that screams future classic. Last category, the left field classics that are quietly gaining traction, the 944, especially turbos. Because clean examples are getting harder to find, and when a whole generation decides they want an 80s poster car, guess what happens? Cheapest anchor I saw, a 944 turbo sold in the low 20s. And the 968, the final evolution of that front engine transaxle era, the one Porsche nerds respect because it's the end of a bloodline. The Club Sport versions especially are the ones people chase. Cheapest recorded sale anchor I saw on the Club Sport side, low 40s. All right, so that's the idealist, and here is the real rule, and I want you to tattoo this on your brain. You don't make money on a Porsche just by buying a Porsche. You make money by buying the right spec, the ideal spec, the right condition, at the right point in the curve, and then not get weird about it. Don't buy the cheapest one with a mystery history and 6 owners named Vinny. Don't buy someone else's half-finished project unless you're emotionally prepared to learn new swear words. And don't ignore spec, because spec is what turns used car into, I can't believe I didn't buy one sooner. If you want to shop all these the smart way, click the AutoTempest link, and remember to go to winthisIdealCar.com to get entered to win your dream car. We currently have 2 that you can pick from, plus bonus cash. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. Like, subscribe, and let me know which Porsche you're going to use the Ideal Car strategies on in the comments down below. Check out some of these Ideal vids, and promise me one thing, keep living the Ideal lifestyle. Porsche, baby.